like I'm pretty because I don't look like the people on TV.
Janiyah is growing up in a world that is teaching her that there is only one kind of specific beauty. What she sees around her promotes this distortion of what beauty really is. Has pretty become the new expectation, the new ideal? She is growing up thinking that this is what beautiful should be.
I feel that girls feels it needs to become pretty around the age like 12, 13. Experience from my little sister. That little girl, she just, huh? Well, she just feels the needs that she needs to look pretty for everybody, have her own style. They start becoming more and more, into it. Like, how the society and world contribute to all the girls with like makeup and stuff, you know.
Miss Amazing event is a community of people that invest in the strengths of girls and women with disabilities, because girls with disabilities can and do accomplish amazing things.
This event is all about the ladies. We hold an annual event with our mission being to help girls and women with disabilities to build confidence in a supportive environment.
As a parent, this event has been life-changing for our family. And I know that term is used a lot, but I think any other time in this world, in this society, beauty is seen as an industry. It has definitions, it has rules, and here beauty is a verb, and you see it in action. You see children lighting up, you see adults having attention that they've not had before. And it's just an amazing event.
I used to do pageants, and so what I like about this one is they run you through everything and they teach you how to do everything, where other pageants, it's kind of just, you should know how to do this already. Where I like how this pageant, it guides everyone through with a schedule and they know exactly what they're going to be going into.
We try to even not call it a pageant, and we try to refer to it as an event because it's so much more than that. We do use the skills of pageantry to help build confidence, but like I said, it's so much more than that. And every participant goes home a princess. So in other activities, one girl may be selected as a queen, whereas here everyone gets a crown, everyone gets a trophy. So we use those skills through the interview, and we use the onstage portion to help build confidence. And another thing is that we do have judges that help us assist in selecting a queen, but they're not judging the girls against one another. They're looking for personal growth throughout the day. So sometimes we may see a contestant that decided that they didn't want to do interviews, and then they get up on stage and they introduce themselves. That's a huge jump in confidence that was observed through the day. And so that's what we're looking for, is somebody that may have been a little bit timid when they started the day, and by the end they're shining and they're having this platform and they're making their voice heard. And that's what the judges look for. And so that's one of the biggest ways that we differ from other events.
Well, this is our third year, and my daughter has taken so much already away. Just the image and self-worth has been phenomenal. Seeing yourself as beautiful is powerful. We actually got involved 3 years ago when my daughter was very ill. We actually almost lost her that year. And the child life specialist at the hospital recommended that she come here. And I was like, okay, we still have 3 visits to the hospital a week. How am I ever, thank you. I folded up the sheet and put it in my bag and thought that was the end of that. The next week she was like, no, Erin needs to be more than a patient. She needs to have something to look forward to and to be a part of a community, and this is perfect. So she took my phone and made me sign up. And she was right that Erin, even though she was very ill, rose to the occasion. She ended up winning the crown, which blew us all away. And just, you could see the life come back into her. And even as she was battling as a beauty queen, which is incredible. It's different than other events because the focus is not on the look. It's not on the outer beauty. It truly is the inner beauty. And so what you see are people supporting each other. Questions are designed by a speech therapist, so they're to encourage leadership and speaking. So it uses the beauty pageant as a tool to develop the self-confidence and the self-worth, to give them the experience. A lot of doors aren't open to our contestants and to my daughter, I can speak to. And when the opportunities aren't there, then the development doesn't happen. So where else would she have a chance to be on a stage at age 10 when we first came, to have a microphone and get used to that? And that has just led to more and more opportunities. So, and we've even toyed with looking at some of the traditional pageants, but you worry then the competition piece of it could be troublesome. Although I know we've met beauty queens through here that are beautiful people too and have to do that volunteering piece to it. I certainly wouldn't have considered that without being here, but I think it's just that focus on developing the individual more than winning. Everyone gets a crown, everyone feels good about that, and even if you do win, you win more opportunities to gain leadership. So it's not like you win lots of prizes and cash, you just win more chances to be seen in public as a leader, and that's incredibly valuable.
I like it because when my sister won, it was so exciting for my family because we had been through so much with my sister's health. So it was just like such a positive note, and I wish every family could have that same experience that we did with it.
So the girls start off the weekend with an optional talent on Friday night. On Saturday, we assist them with learning how to walk on stage. We provide lunch, and then we do activities with hair and makeup, interviews, and also do a community service project. We then end our evening with having an evening show with all the participants up on stage where they practice those skills, where they introduce themselves, they walk in their evening wear, and they are also awarded a crown and a trophy. So every participant goes home as a princess, and then 6 girls are selected to be queens and represent Illinois, and they go on to participate at the national event as queens, and then they also do community service with the executive committee throughout the year. So we do different activities with the food pantry, Feed My Starving Children. We're in parades. We organize activities for them to have the opportunity to have a platform and let their voices be heard. And that's what we're all about.
It's been incredible. And from that, she has grown, which that door never would have opened if it hadn't been for Miss Amazing. So it's perceptions not only of yourself, but the perceptions others have of you that comes forward. And just, like I said at the beginning, life-changing. And I don't throw that word around lightly. Just perceptions of how you can interact in society. And when you're in society with a crown, it's a whole different experience.
When I walk away, I'm so enlightened, and I hope everyone that comes and sees these girls feels the same way. And I hope that the girls, when they walk away, realize how important they are to society and how They're so brave and powerful, and if people listen to them, I feel like the world would be such an incredible place.
I want every girl to know that they are important and that their voices were heard, and that we had given them the platform to shine, and just let them know how important that they are and that they feel beautiful inside and out.
Big, Beautiful, and Blessed organization is committed to cultivating a positive self and body image in all women, focusing on the beauty of women with curves size 12 and up. Their vision is a world where women from young to old will be valued, not based on their size, but based on their individual greatness.
Of 2013, I attended a Be Well event with Lanice McGee, and one of the speakers got up and said, if you can do any dream job in the world, no matter the cost, just close your eyes and visualize it. And within seconds, God gave the vision for Big, Beautiful, and Blessed, the logo, and what it's supposed to be. And since then, it has grown. It first started off as a calendar, and we do so much more now.
Attended this event, and at the event there was this wonderful speaker that told us to really just think about something that we wanted to do. During that time, when it was over, I had looked at Shamilia and I said, well, what did you think of? And she told me that she thought of this event called Big, Beautiful, and Blessed, this calendar actually. And I said, well, what would the logo look like? And so she drew something down on a piece of paper, and I'm like, that's interesting. I said, why a calendar? And she's like, well, I used to want to be in a calendar, not the good one, not the lifestyle I'm living now. And I said, girl, for real? Ooh. All right, you want to shake a tail feather, but we're not going to go there anymore. So from that, what I did was, I had previously been in a calendar that was a plus size calendar, and I did a fundraiser. I do the fundraisers at my job, and I had did a fundraiser where I produced a calendar, and in the calendar I had it was for the men of DWD, and I actually had them do pictures and then tell their stories about how they came to work in the job. And I actually produced that and everything, and we sold it to raise money. Shamillion didn't know this, so when I got back, I took the design that she drew out and made it into a logo. And then I put out a flyer for a model call. And she was like, what are you doing? I said, girl, we're finna start this business. This is so beautiful. And so our personalities are totally opposite, which is why we work so well together. She like keeps me calm. I'm a little bit on edge, and I get nervous, and she's just so calm and collect. And so that's kind of how it started off. It was just going to be a calendar, and then we decided that we would partner together, and together we brainstormed, and we include God in everything.
It's about plus size women of faith. It's about empowering and encouraging women.
God saw fit for it to be more than just a calendar, and it became a big event where we actually had runway models, so it's a show, and then in the calendar, the women share something that their testimonies, or people call it their journey, but they shared it, and the reason to share it is because this is a one-day event, but this calendar is mobile. It gets in many different hands, so different people can read the stories, relate to the stories, and then they can say, you know what, this person went through this, they overcame it, I can too. It's really about making it real, making the person real, and understanding that they're more than just their size. We look at people, we don't know their story. We don't know their pain. And just because somebody's plus size doesn't mean that they're depressed because they're plus size, okay? So, or don't mean they're depressed at all. Let's just put it out there. There are some very confident, full-figured women. And so the calendar brings the light to them as women, not them because of their size. Their size is just part of their journey, and we definitely focus on women being healthy no matter what size you are.
Have women in there tell a testimony of something that God has delivered them from. And my biggest thing is God delivered me from insecurities, not feeling good about myself, not feeling pretty, because I've been told numerous of times I'm pretty for a big girl or I'm too big. So that did something to my self-esteem. The pressure comes from being pretty from is just other individuals. Some people are bullied, and so like me myself, I was bullied. So I became that person that picked on people and bullied people because of the way they look. And since then, God has delivered me from that. So I'm more of an encourager now.
I can talk from my own experience. Just growing up, I'm plus size now, and I'm all right with these little rolls. Some of them I want to get rid of, but I wasn't always plus size, but I was always awkward, I would say. And maybe I wasn't awkward. I was awkward because that's what I was told. I was very tall for my age, the tallest girl in my class, always. I wore glasses, had bad skin. I just didn't look like what you've seen on TV. I didn't look like what you've seen in magazines. First of all, not only by being so tall at my age, but being an African-American woman. It was just not something that you've seen every day and identify beauty with it. So society has something to do with that, but also your upbringing and what you're told. Because I've met people who maybe by society standards are beautiful, but they know they're beautiful. And maybe because they're told, maybe because the people in their life confides in them and tells them or reminds them that, you know, you are beautiful, you are special, you are smart. I think it's important. It's more than just one level. There's several different levels that go into what beauty is and how you feel it. I was raised in a single family home. I didn't have a man that didn't want anything from me. Now, that's a whole different story now, okay? But I didn't have a man that gave me that confidence to say, you are beautiful, and there's nothing you can give me that's going to change that. You don't have to give me something for me to tell you you're beautiful. I never had that. So when a man told me I was beautiful, oh, my God, I'm beautiful, you know? But didn't realize you got to do different things, otherwise I'm no longer beautiful, you know? So I think that's my journey, but everybody's journey is different. But I do believe that no matter what your journey is, everything plays a part in that. So if you're getting reinforcement at home that you're beautiful, it doesn't matter what society says, because that beauty is already being told to you. But, you know, when you don't have that, other influences can affect that. So
it took a long time to get here. But to me, just looking in the mirror and loving who I am, the person that God has made me to be. I would say, because this is what helped me, look in the mirror every day and tell yourself you're beautiful. No matter what people say, know that you are beautiful, because we all are made differently. We are beautiful and wonderfully made through God.
Coco Chanel says, beauty begins the moment that you think you're beautiful or that you decide you're beautiful. So the moment that you decide that you're beautiful, the moment that you understand your worth, that's when it begins. There is no outside source that can change what happens internally. Once you know you're beautiful, once you know that what you have is important, no matter what everybody else has going on, nothing can change that. It's when we decide that I'm beautiful, when we decide that I'm worth more, when we know what we're put on the earth for, our passion, our purpose, nothing can change that. So I just would tell everyone today, decide your worth. Decide and know that I'm beautiful. Decide and know that I'm special. Decide and know that there's nobody like me. And that's the moment when true beauty begins.
Over the years, our confidence is undermined by the media, the advertising world, parents, friends, adversaries, and even our own inner voices and demons. So if we can help young ladies at the early age see their worth and love themselves, we are helping them, and also continue to love themselves as adults and pass that on to their own children. All the negative images and words we hear, it's time to reinforce some positive image and the world to our youth. Today is our day. Live and walk confidently and spread message to others.